Hello friends, today we're going to study together some vocabulary. The first part in this presentation is about age-related words and phrases, and in the second part we're going to look at together some prefixes to make new words. And hopefully at the end of this presentation you will learn some age-related words and phrases, and you will be able to recognize and make new words using prefixes. There are also 2 practice activities, and for further study and practice there are some questions to talk about or write about. Let's start with age-related words and phrases. For this I want to show you some example sentences and how we use those phrases and what they mean. Angelina Jolie is 44 years old, but she looks young for her age. Our phrase is young for her age means in relation to someone's age. So here we can also say someone looks old for their age. Second example is, you're not a child anymore, so please act your age. Act your age is a phrase again, and it means for someone to behave in a more adult way. Please note that it has a negative meaning. We all know Rihanna. She's a famous, world-renowned singer, and many people love her. So we can say Rihanna is a singer in her prime, which means in the best period of her life. Some of my friends in my class are always doing silly things. They are so immature. Actually, here we can easily guess the meaning of immature by looking at the first sentence. And here the key part is, are always doing silly things. So from this example, we can see immature means childish. So immature actually comes from the root word mature. We just added here a prefix, and it gave the word a negative meaning. Let's continue with some more examples. Science about brain development claims that most people don't reach full maturity until the age of 25. Maturity, as you have seen in the previous example, comes from the word mature. And maturity means the wisdom that comes with age. These days, when everyone is staying in their houses, it's important that young people stay connected to the elderly. So elderly means old, but as you see, it's a polite way of saying that. So instead of saying he's an old man, to sound polite, we can say he's an elderly person. At what age do people in your country come of age? Come of age means when people reach the age and they become an adult. When he became 55, the company forced him to retire, so he sued them for age discrimination. Age discrimination means treating people unfairly based on age. Here, actually, by using the word discrimination, we can also make other new collocations. I'm sure you've heard of sex discrimination or race discrimination. In the second part, we will look at prefixes. Well, first of all, what they mean. So in English, we have some prefixes, the parts that are added to the beginning of a word, and we make a new word with the help of these added parts. And some of them give the word a negative meaning, as you see with the prefixes this, in, il, im, ir, mis, an. We make new words, but their meaning becomes negative. And here we can see a general pattern. Generally, we put the prefix il before the word starts with l, and im before the word starts with b, m, or p, and ir before the words starting with r. But we should remember that this is only a guide, as I said, a general pattern. because we can always see examples which fall outside this pattern. And some examples: injustice, inhumane, insane, insecure, illiterate, illegal, illogical, irresponsible, irrelevant, irregular, immature, impossible, immortal, dislocate, dishonest, disable, misunderstand, misread, misguided, untidy, unbelievable, unfair, and some more prefixes: pre or pre, post, over, under. And when we look at their meaning, pre means before, post means after, over means excessive or too much, under means below or insufficient, which means not enough. And some examples again: pre-war, premature, prehistory, postgraduate, post-war, overeat, overreact, overweight, overload, underage, underground, underachiever. Now here we have an important note. Please be careful that some words may look if they have a prefix, but actually it's not the case. So for this I want to show you some examples. In the first one, preview, pre is actually a prefix, the one we study already. And the word view has a meaning, and actually it exists in English. But in contrast, previous and disturb, here pre and this, they are not prefixes. Because in English, vious or turb, they are not actually words, they don't have a meaning, they don't exist on their own. We've almost come to the end of our presentation, and I have two practice activities for you. The first one is about age-related words and sentences, and the second one is about the prefixes we have studied, and you can find the answer keys. And finally, for more study and practice, you can use your Speak Out course book, page 68, and you can also make use of your lab platform and study more of these vocabulary. And finally, I have some topics for you to discuss or write about. Thanks for listening.